Quarantined live from the shadow that Sasha Banks is in. Welcome to Go for the Pin. I'm King V, and here joining me, of course, as every week, is Mike.
What's up, bro? What's going on, everybody? Man, that Bailey shadow, is it big enough? Because I don't know. It seems Sasha's been in there for a while. But
I mean,
we'll get to
the
that.
Same height and the same age, so
Ah, man, quarantine life, and quarantine wrestling. Okay, we got another pay-per-view this past week. It was Money in the Bank, right?
Terrible. Sorry,
it was terrible.
We didn't get there yet.
Okay, I mean, so we'll let you know right now. We'll be talking about Money in the Bank, and then of course we'll be going through the rest of the week in wrestling. Money in the Bank was last Sunday. So we'll start there. What did you think of the overall show, V?
Okay, so the show as a whole, as an entity,
Yeah,
I did not like it.
Why?
I did it. It was just, it wasn't. Only one match I enjoyed.
So which match was that?
Drew and Seth.
Okay, yeah, I enjoyed that match. I thought it was
That's the
a good match.
Look, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Glasses are off.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna be shooting straight from the hip tonight. Tonight is sponsored by. Y'all ain't sponsor us. I ain't gonna say what it's tonight's but
they gotta cut the check first.
The show is to cut the check, but the show itself, I did not like it. It just, I don't like these pay-per-views that are every month.
Okay.
Because it's oversat to me. This is just to me. It oversaturates everything, and half the time it doesn't really move a storyline forward. And for this particular pay-per-view, really, I liked when the Money in the Bank was an actual match,
right?
Instead of a pay-per-view. Like if they had a SummerSlam,
yeah.
A Money in the Bank match, a men's match, and a women's match, cool. But having a whole pay-per-view where every match is in a Money in the Bank match, it really defeats the point of calling it that, even though it is the main event. That's just how I feel.
So you would enjoy it better, if they go back to how they did it before with WrestleMania, they'd have Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, and instead of having its own pay-per-view?
Yeah, I think it's special. Maybe I wouldn't regulate it to WrestleMania.
Okay.
Maybe move it to one of the big four.
Okay.
I think SummerSlam would be the best part, or the best time, to put in Money in the Bank. But the show as a whole, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to y'all now. It was a 1 count. So
there you go. 1 count from King V.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 count. I didn't like the Bailey and Tamina match.
You didn't like it?
The outcome. No. And I will say it's Tamina's best match, because nobody's meaner. But it is Tamina's best match. Tamina, has injuries and stuff like that. She can't move like she used to, and I understand that. So she did really well.
But she looked good.
Barry? What the freak is that?
I don't know. New character?
It carried her very well. I'm just pulled the trigger on Sasha already. I'm tired. The tag team match, same old, New Day wins. I'm glad. I like New Day, but it's getting boring at this point. What other match was going on? It's Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Next.
Really?
The women's Money in the Bank. Well, they both happened simultaneously.
Yeah,
Why? I don't know. But the women's Money in the Bank match, I like that better than the men's.
Okay.
And that's because of the actual outcome. and the way the match was put together. So to begin, hey Wine, how are you?
We're live,
With
pal. No.
with Waska, who am I? Elmer Fudd, Asuka jumping off the balcony, whatever she jumped off of,
Yeah.
hitting everybody. That was fun. Her being in the elevator is funny. Asuka's entertaining.
Very entertaining.
Asuka made it entertaining. Dana Brooke had a funny false finish that was funny with Stephanie reporting live from Skype. Kidding. That's not the real briefcase.
Yeah.
That was fun. Didn't care about the cameos. I didn't care about the men's Money in the Bank, especially the winner. Like,
wait, say that one more time because it cut off for a second.
The winner of the men's Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
You go ahead and talk about it, Mike, because I am disgusted.
Okay, so
and I have my reasons.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a different stance than King V on Money in the Bank. I actually enjoyed it from start to finish. I thought Money in the Bank was entertaining. The Fatal 4-Way match with New Day, Lucha House Party, Miz and Morrison, and Forgotten Sons, I thought it was fine. I thought it was a fine pay-per-view tag team title match. New Day retains. No problem there. Bayley versus Tamina. I thought that was way better than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a lot, so I thought that they really delivered. I'm sorry, I wasn't. I'm being honest. I wasn't expecting a lot from those two, and I thought they over delivered for me personally, and I enjoyed it, and I was right about my predictions last week, so I was also happy about that for the Bayley and Tamina match. But yeah, on a serious note there, I thought Tamina was impressive. I will give her credit for that. I thought Tamina was impressive.
She was. I just didn't like the out. Of course I didn't like the outcome because, nobody's been there. But I'm joking when I said I didn't like the match. That was the only other match besides Seth and Drew that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
So there's only two matches I truly enjoyed.
So with Braun and Bray, right? I said last week that because it is the Mr. Rogers type Bray Wyatt that he's probably gonna lose. And
yeah, you were right.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened there. But I was entertained through the match. I thought, again, they're doing things that they would not be able to do if what was going on in the world right now wasn't going on. So, they're able to put Rambling Rabbit in the crowd and, Huskus and, Sister Abigail in the crowd. Again, and I'll get more on this, more to this with the Money in the Bank match, but not everything in wrestling is supposed to be taken seriously, right? So we're not supposed to take this serious. And I had this conversation with somebody else, right? The Undertaker made a career, right, out of being this dead character, right? So, and it worked for him because Mark Calloway became The Undertaker, right? It wasn't supposed to be believable. Some of the thing he has these mystical powers and everything like that. It wasn't supposed to be believable. It was just supposed to be scary, and it was supposed to be entertaining. So when I see matches such as, Braun and Bray and everything that Bray's doing right now, none of it's supposed to be believable. You're just supposed to be entertained. And if they're entertaining you, then I feel like they're doing their job. If they're not entertaining you,
I wasn't entertained.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment.
That's the thing. I wasn't entertained. It's not like I didn't believe Bray because I'm grown and I know that, of course, that. No, I know that, but it's just I was not entertained.
It wasn't your thing.
Honestly,
it wasn't your thing.
No, and it's mainly because of Braun. Oh well.
Is it that Braun just isn't entertaining to you?
No, not at all.
Wow, hot take from King V. Or maybe it's not. Maybe other people believe that also. Braun has his moments, but we'll talk about even SmackDown tonight. For me, Braun has his moments for me. We'll talk about SmackDown, last night.
Oh, I hate that.
We'll talk about that in a second. Well, a little bit later. I shouldn't say in a second. A little bit later, we'll talk about that. But just to wrap up with my thoughts on Money in the Bank, I didn't mind Braun and Bray. And then when we got to Drew and Seth, they had basically the best match you could have without a crowd. Very impressive. I no problem with with that, if you didn't watch anything else on this show, right, even the Money in the Bank matches, I would say go back and watch Drew and Seth, just because they had a really good match.
It was good.
Yeah. So, and with the Money in the Bank match, right, I was watching clips of backstage this past week, and CM Punk finally showed up to work. And he made some comments about Money in the Bank, because he does work there. People seem to forget that he works there. He said that he felt the right people won in terms of Otis and Asuka. He feels like we need to be pushing new talent. We need to, so you had, 3 former world champions in there? AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, and I feel like I'm missing somebody. And it's going to come back to me, and I'm going to be upset. And then you had Corbin, Aleister Black, and Otis. Who was the other person in that match that I'm forgetting right now? Rey Mysterio. I cannot believe that I'm forgetting this.
Wait, hold on. I'm about to count it off. Rey, Aleister, Boring Corbin, AJ, Otis. Oh.
We're missing one. Daniel Bryan. How did I miss Daniel Bryan? Wow. I'm sorry. Because Bryan was one of my favorite wrestlers. He still is. I'm sorry. But I totally forgot about Daniel Bryan right there. And I loved Bryan's line when he came in there. He was so happy. Bryan was entertaining. He came in there. Oh, yeah. Y'all ready to fight? I love that. Who's ready for a fight? Him being so excited to go in there and fight was entertaining to me. I love that. But yeah, so you had 3 former world champions. The former world champions don't need Money in the Bank. All right, so that took it out for me. I could see Aleister winning. I could understand people being upset that Aleister Black did not win. Say again?
I really wanted that to happen.
Yeah, I could understand people being upset at that. But you got to look at what's been the hottest thing going, for the last couple of months. What's been the most consistent thing going for the last couple of months? It's the Otis storyline, and I wasn't upset about it. Go ahead, V.
These are my confessions. The entertaining part about that Otis storyline is Mandy, and that's just that on that to me. I'm not a fan of Otis. I'm trying to be nice.
Okay.
Trying.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the character. I'm not a fan of the wrestling from Otis.
Wow.
It's funny things. I think the complete opposite of his tag team partner. I'm just not a fan. Does it click? It doesn't click to me. It doesn't. I can't not necessarily relate, but I can't find it entertaining. I get annoyed when he's on screen.
Wow.
That's really just the bottom line.
This is Go for the Pin, ladies and gentlemen. This is the show that you'll get a little bit of different opinions than what's going on mainstream here, because I think everybody universally loves Otis here, but King V is not a fan. Wow.
I know.
Okay, I mean, so maybe that's what brought down your lack of entertainment and excitement for.
Oh, the whole show was terrible as a whole, but
it was silly, right? And CM Punk made a comment saying that it was silly, right? But he said that's okay. He's like, wrestling doesn't need to be serious all the time, right? It's okay. Booker had more of a serious tone to him. He said, basically, you could have done so much with this concept, and he was disappointed. He felt like they made it a joke. They made it a comedy act.
And that's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt.
But that's what it was supposed to be.
I don't agree with Booker T much.
But that's what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be silly and comedy and just way out there, off the wall type stuff. As far as the cameos was concerned, I enjoyed them. I thought they could have probably done more. They could have had more people show up. That would have been cool, but
more people that I would actually want to see.
Yeah, I mean, Doink the Clown didn't even look like Doink the Clown. I don't know who that was.
Did he die? The original one?
Yeah, but I think there was a few people that played Doink, I think.
Yeah, let that go.
Yeah. Well.
Let that go.
So
Let that go.
my overall.
Let that go.
Wow. So my overall for the show.
John Bell.
What was that?
John Laurinaitis Bella.
People power. I'll give it a 2 count. I'll give it a 2 count. I'm gonna give it a 2 count. I thought it was okay. It didn't blow me away, and but I didn't hate the show. I was entertained, and I don't mind that the pay-per-views are shorter now because there's no crowd. I can completely get with 2 hour, or I think the runtime was 2 hour and 25 minutes. I could completely get with that. The less pay-per-view time, the better. So I enjoyed it.
That's the thing. I agree, but the only reason why it was that short is because of the actual Money in the Bank match that was happening at the same time.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I think it was a mess. I didn't like the food fight. I just did, as a whole, I did not like it. I will say the highlight of that match, besides Asuka winning, besides Dana Brooke false winning, was Carmella going through the table.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. So I wanted to mention what you said about Dana or whatever, the false finish that they did. It wasn't even a false finish. I thought it made Dana look stupid. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it made her look.
I think that's the I didn't like that it made Dana look stupid.
Yeah.
Because I honestly do like Dana, and Mike jokes, but I really legitimately like Dana.
Yeah.
I think she has a future. I think she can, with enough tweaking and enough work, she could be a future champion.
Okay.
I personally think she regressed since she's been in NXT, because I think she was on a roll in NXT, but I think she was regressing.
Yeah, but the wrestling wasn't there yet. She was on a roll, but the wrestling wasn't there.
But the character was.
I agree with you, but it kind of takes both now. You can't just be a great character. I think so. I think that you eventually
because Bianca would be champion by now.
I
Naomi
can't say
would
anything.
have more than two reigns under her belt. So I don't know.
I think that the character
Charlotte would be a 10-time champion if it took both. So
I mean, you got a point there. I can't disagree with that. I just think that eventually, you have to prove that you can go. The character will get you only so far. You know what I mean? I feel like eventually you do got to prove that you can go. And
I mean,
and all of the greats, if you look at the greats, right? Even the people that we might not be fans of, in one way or another, at one point or another, they had to prove that they can go. Even if the character was over, they had to prove they could wrestle. Somebody in the company, I mean, John Cena went through it. You know what I mean? A lot of people have gone through this. All right.
Kelly was champion. So
what was that?
I said Kelly was champion. So
that was a different era, though, right? We're talking about now.
Sure. So I mean, who else was champion? Sable.
A different era, right? We're talking about the Attitude Era, where it was all character based. Let's move on here. So we had Monday Night.
I'm gonna make a whole bunch of people mad. I don't care.
It's all right. Go for the pin, everybody. So let's start off here. Well, let's continue here. And I didn't have anything to drink. Let's continue here with Monday Night Raw. Started off obviously with Becky Lynch saying that she had an announcement to make.
Child, I knew that was pregnancy.
And it turns out that Miss Lynch is pregnant.
I'm very happy for her. Let me take my glasses off again. So I just want to address some things here. To all of you people that was mad that sis was pregnant, she said she wanted kids. You can't really control when she gets pregnant. Well, No, you can't control what
Yeah.
Jesus wears. But you know, when things happen without things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very happy for her. I think for her to do what she did and really go out on top, you know, we don't know if this is it for her. We don't know.
Right.
Because you know, motherhood, it takes precedent. It's gonna take precedent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bree, Trish.
Yeah.
You know, back then you used to get fired for being pregnant. Dawn Marie. It's like
Dawn Marie was fired for being pregnant. I don't remember that. Wow.
Yeah, she's definitely released for being pregnant. But it's just, I'm very happy for her. You know, the emotion. I think that was the best part of Raw. I didn't really care for Raw either. I think that was the best part of Raw, even though I didn't like how Asuka truly won the title. I really wish it was like a tournament, honestly.
Yeah.
Asuka would hold not the belt, but the briefcase just a little bit longer. But the pure I think that segment was great. That pure emotion from Asuka, I don't know if she knew beforehand, but it looked like she literally just found out in the ring. And that moment between them I really love that moment. And regardless of me feeling that I wish Asuka would just have held on to the Money in the Bank briefcase and then have a tournament, you know, just have her vacate the title there.
Yeah.
Despite of me feeling that should have happened, that segment was really good. I was very happy for that. I got a little emotional. I was very happy for Becky and very happy for Seth. It's just, you know, Twitter is terrible.
Oh yeah, because the internet is horrible.
I've seen it. I'm just like, y'all get mad at her for being pregnant? Like, really?
Yeah.
Half y'all get women pregnant don't take care of the child, but that's not here or there. But Becky, if this is it, just for all intents and purposes, if this is it for her, if she's gonna take a break from wrestling for maybe 1 or 2 years, because she's gonna need that bonding time.
Yeah.
If this is it for her, she really has, and y'all can debate me for it. I'm probably gonna block you, but she has made in NXT 2013, something like that.
Yeah, around there.
She has created in such a short time a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, before she was like the forgotten horsewoman.
Mm-hmm.
And all it took was a broken nose. Thanks, Naya. All it took was a broken nose to really elevate her career to what it became.
Yeah.
So if this is it for her, she has made an impact completely. So if this is it, Becky, you did what you had to do, girl. You did. You left your mark.
Yeah.
And nobody can take that from you.
I'm very happy for both of them, for Becky, for Seth. And yeah, I saw people that were upset that this would happen during the peak of her career, and how can she be so irresponsible? And I, in quote, okay, somebody said irresponsible. Yeah, I've seen that narrative, right? Like, and it's like, guys, it's wrestling. Okay, this is what I'll throw that in. It's wrestling, right? These I was just about to say, you read my mind. They're human beings with real life.
Oh my God.
With real lives, okay, that would like to start a family if they're able to, right? They are able and willing, to start a family. Why is it any of your concern? First of all, and second of all, it's like, it's wrestling, guys. How could she put the company in so much, I don't even know, like, turmoil and all of that. Like, she's the top drawing person in the company, and she wants to go out and get pregnant and all of this. Like,
that says more about the company than it does her.
Boom.
Because
correct.
if that's the case, you should be able to have multiple stars.
Right.
That is able to grab the proverbial brass ring.
Yeah.
And continue where Becky left off. But creative.
Yeah.
Can only work on one person at a time. because they don't know wrestling. They don't know writing. They can write soap operas, they can write drama, but they don't know wrestling, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's why I can't wait till Triple H takes over. But that's neither here nor there. But it's just like to see the comments. About Becky.
Yeah,
it's just like it's gross. Because a lot of these come from men. A lot of these comments is just like gross. Like you get mad at her because she's pregnant. Like what? It's her uterus, her problem. Like it's hers. Her body is hers. If she says she wants kids, if she wants kids, she wants kids. She has literally, like I said before, she has a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah, definitely.
You can disagree with you, not you, but you can disagree with me if you want. But she has a Hall of Fame career. Period.
I mean,
so if that was it, that could be it.
It might be.
She has her mark.
When she looked at the camera and said, "I'm gonna miss you guys," I was like, "Oh man, that was it. That was rough for me to watch." That was it. Yeah, because you can tell she meant that with her whole heart. You know, like she meant like that was one of the most genuine things I've ever heard Becky say, and I'm gonna miss her. But if she doesn't come back, like I get it. You know what I mean? It's or if she doesn't, I don't think she'll. I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna say that. Let's just put it this way. I would understand if she doesn't come back to a full-time schedule if she does come back. Yeah, you know,
absolutely.
So, and really, what is there else? What else is there for her to do?
What else could she do?
You know, she main event at WrestleMania that we were at, by the way. So let's even though I missed the match. But anyway, so let's keep it moving here. Some of the stuff we don't really need to talk about. Okay, so
nope. I do want to talk about something.
Okay, what is it?
That basketball bullshit. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
That basketball game. Don't ever do that again. Okay, I hated it. If you watched In Living Color, hated it. I did not like it. It's just like Raw gets a 1 count for me also. Oh. And the only reason why it gets a 1 count for me is because of Becky.
Becky bumped up the rating?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 count from King V for Raw. Okay.
I'm grading hard. It's finals time.
I see. And shout out to all my students, all my grad students, everybody that's trying to get it right now during this time period.
Look, y'all. Help.
Can we...
Help me. I have 2 more semesters. I'm done in this fall. I'm done in December. Help. But congratulations to all the graduates.
Definitely.
You did it. Whether you're getting your associates, your bachelor's, your master's, your JD, your MPA like I am, your medical degree, whatever kind of degree that you're getting. If you graduate high school, 8th grade, kindergarten, preschool, congratulations.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't let what's going on right now steal your joy. Congratulations.
Yep. And as far as the basketball game is concerned,
terrible. Trash. Garbage.
I'm not gonna agree with King V on this one. I kind of enjoyed it in some weird type of way, and it's funny because I watched it with my pops, and I looked at him and I said they're gonna hate this. I looked at him and I said they're gonna hate this basketball game, and I knew it. I know, but because I knew that people were already gonna hate it so much, I actually kind of enjoyed it. I'm like, this is so bad that I actually kind of enjoy it. Like, and shout out to Bianca Belair because she made the uniforms for the Street Profits. Very, very talented woman. But yeah, as far as the segment goes, I wouldn't be surprised.
Where's Bianca Belair? Speaking of, I need her on my TV. I need the EST of WWE on my TV. Please and thank you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah. But I don't want her on the TV. She's not doing anything. Like give her something to do. You know. So we had a big return to Raw from the Iconics, right?
Okay, that was another reason why I got a 1 count. So
wait. Before you get there, because I skipped over this. So Drew's still going back and forth with Zelina's group. I I'm still entertained by it, but it's like, all right, come on, is there anybody else for Drew to work here? But probably not. The answer is no. But I'm still very entertained by Drew coming out there like, all right, just Claymore everybody, and I like it. I like it, but it's teetering that line of, all right, can we
let it go? I don't want to see it anymore. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, okay. So I just want to mention that. The Iconics are back.
That's gonna be like, what is wrong with you?
They should get used to it. Get used to the content. There's nothing else on the internet like this. Go for the pin. King V, Mike EQ. Now, yeah, the Iconics are back. Go ahead.
I'm excited because I love the Iconics.
I bet.
Really, and
are they calling?
Well, I think that's Alexa calling me saying that she's mad about it.
Oh.
But I think just talk through it. Alexa and Nikki honestly have ran their course as tag team champions. I want to see Alexa on her own. That's just how I personally feel. I want to see Alexa on her own. I want to see Nikki on her own. They both have the ability to be on their own. Granted, I may have my reserves.
Okay.
About Alexa's wrestling, but
still.
Yeah, still. But I think that they should truly be on their own at this point, or at least plant the seeds for a breakup. The Iconics, I love them. I love them so much. They're fun. I've always thought the Iconics were entertaining. I think they deserve the second reign. I'm pretty sure they're probably not going to get it next week, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to get shut up. They are gonna get it probably at SummerSlam. Hopefully with the stipulation to make it more interesting, but I think they're gonna regain the titles, just not right now.
Okay. So I'm gonna start by saying I did not like the match. Okay. I thought that they looked rusty. Okay, which King V and me talked about on Twitter briefly. Like, I can understand being rusty. I'll give them a pass for that, but I didn't think the chemistry was there. I didn't think the timing was there. I thought it just did not look good. And to be honest with you, I'm not gonna put all of the blame on the Iconics. It's a tag team match. The tag team match, excuse me. It takes 4 to tango there. So you have to put the blame on all of them, but I was not impressed by the match. I just did not like it. I could have did without it. Put it that way. And
I mean, I didn't like the match either, but I just like the fact that Iconics are on my TV again, because it's just like they, I've been fans of them since the indie days.
Yeah.
So I know that they can go.
Yeah.
It's just that when you don't have someone on freaking TV for 6 months, what do you expect?
Them to be in the gym and working out and working out matches?
I mean, even if they were in the gym in Australia.
That's where they were?
Allegedly. But if they were working out regardless, it's like you still have to you gotta cut yourself up to speed.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna blame them alone.
Yeah.
A certain 5 foot something is a little sloppy. I still think so.
I thought the Iconics both look sloppy, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, everybody in that match was sloppy. If we're gonna bring it down to brass tacks,
okay.
But I like 3 out of the 4 people in that match.
Your hate for Alexa is like crazy. But
okay, let me go ahead and clarify this right now. I don't hate Alexa. I think she could be better than what she's doing.
She can be.
I see. You know who I see when I see Alexa? Trish.
Okay, yeah.
I don't. Unlike Vince, I don't see that for every blonde woman that is on the roster.
Right.
I literally see Trish when I see Alexa.
But that might be a bad thing also, because I'm sure Alexa would want to be remembered for being her and not
No, and I'm not
like a
comparing
downgrade
her
of
to Trish,
Trish Stratus.
but
Yeah.
the whole it kind of sounds like I'm doing that, but the whole pathway that Trish had, from being just a pretty face to being one of the greats, I see that for Alexa.
Yeah.
It's just that she needs a little more tuning, but then again, she's not on every week, and I get that. And she's also not a 4 horsewoman, so I also understand that, which she's also said on Twitter. So I get it, because that 4 horsewoman privilege, yeah. Well, with the exception of Sasha, Sasha.
No, don't do that, because Sasha has gotten opportunities also for being a horsewoman. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
I am. I am.
All right.
But it's like,
what is she, like a 6-time former women's champion? But that's a whole nother story.
She's 6-time, but I think when it comes to the women, everybody Vince has their favorites, and the favorites just happen to go woo, and it's just it. I think the problem is what has always been. They always focus on one person, and it's not the group as a collective where you can create multiple storylines. You're just not doing it because the writers, once again, are not capable. It's not that the women aren't capable. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just that the writers aren't capable. So if the writers aren't capable, of course, the women that are capable are not going to be seen, which means they're not going to be capable when they get back into the ring, because it's been 2, 3, 4 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, a year. And that's the problem.
Yeah. Let's keep it moving because we got a lot to cover.
I love the Iconics.
Yeah.
They are iconic. Sorry, I'm going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, that's when you yeah,
joking, man.
Let's keep it moving here because we got a lot to cover and not a lot of time. So, all right. So, Seth Rollins is like going off the deep end or something after his loss to Drew McIntyre. Him and Murphy had a match against Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black. It was a disqualification due to Seth pulling Rey out of the ring. Since when is that enforced? But whatever. I'll move on. And then he takes out Rey's eye. Great angle here. Very violent angle with shoving Rey's eye into the steel steps. I can't remember the last time I saw something like that. So, Rey was bleeding. They took off the mask and everything like that. I mean, yeah, it was good angle. I can't complain about that. I thought it was different, and I don't know. I heard all of the jokes about Seth Rollins and why he's really upset, but I think they're going in the angle of he's upset because of he lost to Drew and he feels like, AOP's out and everything's just crumbling beneath him. I think that's why he's upset, not because of all of the jokes that's running wild, brother, on the internet. So.
Oh, we don't do that one.
We don't?
But no, we don't.
No, we don't.
You're
right. We don't. But yeah. So,
it was Bret Hart. Do I like Hulk Hogan? No, I don't. I think he's a funny piece of shit.
I'm with you. It fit there. That's why I said it. But yeah, I'm totally with you. We can take his Hall of Fame ring away and all of that. But anyway, so let's keep it moving. Yeah. What did you think about the Seth Rollins stuff? Quickly.
It was brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the fact that they had Rey take his mask off, I was like, okay, nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice touch. Raw still gets a 1 count for me. But
okay. Yeah.
Nice.
That's fine. I thought that was good. Natty faced Shayna, quick match. Good match. Shayna got the win. No surprise there.
Great way for Shayna to heal it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like the promo. I'm not going to lie. I like the promo because she's a heel.
Don't give any of those MMA women, with the exception of Sonya Deville, much country, and she did a good job. That was good healing.
Yeah,
I agree. It was good heel work. I
completely.
Yeah.
Edge and Randy, they're gonna do a plain wrestling match now.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a lot
Let
of liquor.
it go. Okay.
Yeah,
I just want it. I just want it to end. I do.
I'm with you.
You know, Edge coming back at the Royal Rumble. That was a huge moment. I screamed. I flipped over my footrest.
Yeah.
It was a great moment. I loved it. The WrestleMania. Whoa.
Right.
WrestleMania match between him and Randy. Great. The WrestleMania match between him and Randy. It was slow, but I didn't hate it.
Okay.
I think that should have been it.
Yeah.
We don't need another match. And then
completely
Charlie
with you.
making it awkward. This could be the greatest wrestling match of all time. No, it's not.
I don't know who gave her that line. It's probably a Vince line, to be honest with you.
Plus, it was a Vince line because Vince is out of touch.
Well, of course, Vince out of touch. You know, yeah, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to a Randy Orton versus Edge pro wrestling match. Like,
I really don't. I don't want to see it. I don't. It's like I want, Edge to enjoy the rest of his retirement. I want Randy Orton to go AWOL like he did before, and
yikes.
I don't want to see it.
Yikes.
Shade, but yes.
Wow.
But I don't want to see it.
All right,
sorry.
It's okay because I don't think most of us do. They're booking backwards here. If you was gonna, whatever. All right, so AEW this week. Okay, couple of things. Cody and Lance Archer had their brawl at the beginning of the show. Cody was avenging his wife, and I thought it was good, but I thought Cody coming in Stone Cold style with the truck and knocking over a barricade. No, we don't look at Cody as Stone Cold. I'm good on that. But
when it comes to your significant other or spouse, hey,
her name is Brandy. But yeah, sure.
I'll talk mine. But anyway, when it comes to your significant other or spouse, I understand why it was like aggressive.
Yeah.
But the whole Ford F-150 thing, I didn't believe. I'm sorry, I didn't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm with you. But overall, fine segment. Just I didn't need the truck, but fine segment otherwise.
I could have done the truck. Yeah.
Yeah. Best friends faced Jurassic Express. Love Orange Cassidy, always have. He took a pretty sick kick to the face from Ray Phoenix. Like, I mean, that was insane. You guys didn't see that? Just you gotta check that out. Yeah. So, but best friends got a win here. Over Jurassic Express. Yeah, Wardlow got involved after the match, took out Marco Stunt. Seeing Marco Stunt get beat up is fun. I'm sorry, it is. It just is. What'd you think of this overall?
It wasn't bad. I really liked it. That kick. Oof,
yeah,
geez.
Crazy. Highlight of the match for me.
God.
What did it happen after the match? I can't remember. I think it was during, like, towards the end.
It's not the right time to ask me to remember stuff.
Okay. Fair point. We had a fatal 4-way match. Mm-hmm. And I have a little bit of thoughts on this. I'm trying to get through it quickly. But, all right. So, we had Cheetah versus Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander versus Penelope Ford. What'd you think? And then I'll say what I thought of it.
This match was okay.
Okay.
I think that once again, the problem with the AEW women's division is they haven't found their footing yet.
Right.
It's that they have a whole bunch of women and don't know what to do with them. My whole thing is, if you were going to sign this many women, you should have more than one women's championship.
Okay, I'm going to disagree on that one. But
I personally think because you can you can create multiple storylines.
Right.
I mean, not every storyline deserves, not every storyline needs a championship. But if you were gonna do it, don't half-ass it, do it with your whole ass. So it's like my problems with the women. I'm sorry, Jeff. The problems with the women's division is that it's not. What's the word I'm looking for?
It's not clicking.
It's not in. I'm gonna steal something from Beyonce. It's not information.
Okay. Okay.
It's not. It's all over the place.
Right.
And it needs to be some type of order. Yes, we have Nyla Rose as the women's champion. Okay, boom. Yeah. Build other stars. Build your main women's stars. Bring your mid-card women's stars, your lower-tier women's stars. You can do these builds without throwing 4 random people into a match and just like here.
So
the match wasn't bad.
So
it was just all over this to me.
I'm gonna say that it wasn't just throwing 4 point like women in a match like that, and it is pointless. I mean, you had Shida, who's number 1 ranked contender for the women's championship. Then you had Britt Baker, who, let's be honest, has been the highlight of the women's division for the last couple of months. Shout out to Britt Baker, has been doing great work. Chris Statlander, who's very good, that they were pushing before everything started happening, and she lost. She had a match against Nyla Rose and she lost. So they're trying to keep her towards the top of the card, but she still, she lost. So you kind of have to get back in line there. And then Penelope Ford, another person that's been doing great work with Kip Sabian in that group with Jimmy Havoc. So, I mean, it wasn't pointless. I think it was a point to do in a match. I just felt like, and again, if I'm going to talk about what happened on Raw, I'm going to talk about this match also. It was sloppy, okay? It was. The timing was bad. There was one spot that I just could not get over.
I know what spot you're talking about, and I was like, what is this?
It was the handspring. Okay, so I believe Britt, I think she bumped Chris Statlander or something, or Sheeta, one of them, and she's like standing there, and you could see she's waiting for Penelope Ford to do a handspring into her, but there was like this lapse in time where Penelope wasn't where she needed to be. Britt had to get in position. And Britt's supposed to be one of the most experienced people out there, right? So Britt is getting in like to position, and she's just standing there like an idiot, waiting for Penelope Ford to hit her with a handspring, where she had more than enough time to move. She had ample amount of time to get out of the way. But again, I understand it's wrestling, right? But there's certain things where it's just like, okay, I want to believe.
Get it together. Yeah.
Yeah, and they look green out there. All of them. I'm not giving them no pass. They look green out there. And I'm just like, this should not be happening at this stage.
Like, y'all look green. Like, green. Like, Kermit the Frog green. Like, Erykah Badu, my eyes are green.
Like Chelsea, right?
Like, they're green. They look green.
Yeah. But, I mean, like I said, I thought it was okay. But Chelsea. I thought it was okay. But when you're, and I made this comment to somebody else, when you're on live television, right? I'm assuming it was live this week. When you're on live television, right, and you're attempting to do these spots, there was a reverse Rana spot that just, I'm like, somebody's gonna kill each other. It's like, if I understand wanting to do these spots, but if you're gonna do these spots, you have to be able to execute them the right way. If you are not able to execute it the right way, don't attempt to do the spots. Don't even attempt it. So I thought it was okay, but yeah, I had a lot of thoughts on that match because it had the potential to be really good, and I just saw so many flaws in it. It's not like I'm sitting here waiting for them to mess up. I'm not that type of wrestling fan. I want them, I give them a lot of opportunities to, all right, it happens, but all of them.
It happens. You're human. It happens.
Yeah, but it should not be happening as much as it did in that match.
No,
And that's
not in that match.
That's what I'm gonna leave it at that with that match. I know I rambled for a little bit there, but yeah, I mean, I just because I like all of the girls in that match, and you know, I just was very disappointed with the product that I got on Wednesday. But let's keep it moving here. What I wasn't disappointed in was Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy versus Proud and Powerful.
Ooh.
I thought they had a really good match.
That match was really good.
Yeah.
I really have nothing else to say about that match. It was just really good.
Yeah.
It really was.
Kenny and Matt get the win. No problem there. We had MJF face enhancement talent, Lee Johnson. Quick match. MJF challenged Marco Stunt for next week. Whatever. Because he needs a warm-up match. He needs a warm-up match. So, because he's facing Jungle Boy at the pay-per-view. So, he needs a warm-up match. Chris Jericho beat Pineapple Pete in about like a minute or so after the Judas effect was utilized, and then after Chris Jericho destroys Vanguard 1. Poor Vanguard 1. That Chris, what a heel, right?
So this is why AEW gets a 2 count from me.
Okay, let's put that on the screen.
Let's put that up there.
Yep, there we go.
Is it safe to say that Chris Jericho is the best wrestler out right now?
Okay, that's subjective.
Let me not drag. I'm dragging it. The best character out there right now?
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Pineapple Pete, which I freaking hate that because I can't. I'm not in the right state of mind to remember his name, but
Sugar D, I believe is.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's super talented.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he gets see a spot in it. Not NXT, AEW.
Yeah.
And the destroying of the drone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, V, it's not a drone. It's a Hardy family member. Okay.
It is a drone.
Oh boy. Matt's not gonna like this.
Well, I live about a smooth hour and a half from the Hardy household, so it's like,
yeah.
But that tells y'all where I live, not necessarily, but
Yeah.
But there was some hits and misses from AEW.
Yeah.
The women's matches won.
Yeah.
The squash of Pineapple Pete. I didn't like the squash, but
what was you expecting?
I know, but AEW wasn't a bad show, which is why I gave it a 2 count. I was like, yeah, you happy, and then you lost me.
Yeah.
And the women's match is when you lost me because like I said before, I'm a huge women's wrestling mark. You lost me there.
Yeah.
Because it was just all over the place. That's just me.
Brody Lee versus Chris Daniels was cool. Brody Lee got a win. No problem there. Jericho. Whoa. Moxley comes out there and beats up Dark Order, and Brody Lee gets away. He still doesn't have his championship. He meaning John Moxley. Pronouns, pal. And that was pretty much AEW. I know Inner Circle challenged the Elite to a Stadium Stampede match at the pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. And I'm interested. They're going to do it at the Jaguars Stadium, I believe. I'm interested. So, overall, I'm going to leave the 2 count up there. I give them a 2 count as well. We're probably going to run a little bit late on this video here. Thank you all for continuing to watch. But, so let's go through NXT here. So, we had the Newly Bros versus Imperium in the opening match of NXT. Let's get this AEW sign out of here. Well, I see the AEW sign up there. Let's put up the NXT one. But so what'd you think of this?
I didn't hate it.
Okay.
That's really it. I didn't hate it.
Timothy Thatcher turns on Matt Riddle.
I saw that coming. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. But I just saw it coming.
How you feel about Imperium being a new tag team champions?
I guess.
Okay. All right.
I find all of Imperium like yawn,
Really?
but yeah,
Oh man, V's just on a roll tonight. All right.
I I do. I just they're like trying to be William Regal but failing at it, and I can't get with it. I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of hate tweets, and it's fine.
It's all
I'm gonna
right.
block you one by one.
Nah, they're gonna go. They're gonna go right to the comments.
One by one.
At
But
King V underscore the
just-
ruler.
no, honestly, I don't care. I really didn't care.
Okay.
I mean, I knew he was gonna turn on Flip Flop Boy, and
Bro.
I don't care for him. But it's
Wow.
I don't.
Man.
And
Boy.
he's talented. I just don't care for him. But I really didn't care. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad match.
Yeah.
But I didn't care.
Okay. Yeah. I was a little surprised they put the championships on Imperium here with Pete stuck in the UK, but I mean I guess that's why they put the titles on Imperium, because Pete's stuck in the UK. Whatever. Timothy Thatcher turns on Matt Riddle. They wound up having a match in the main event later on that evening. But let's keep it moving here. Tegan Knox faced Indy Hartwell. Fine. Whatever. Like, Tegan got to win. Whatever.
Yeah, Tegan.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. Like, Tony Nese versus Jake Atlas for the Cruiserweight tournament. Jake Atlas gets a win here over the former Cruiserweight champion, Tony Nese. He does a nice DDT up the top. He meaning Jake Atlas. It's unique. It's different. I haven't seen it before. Kind of cartwheels off the ropes into a DDT. It's creative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We had a really, really good Carrion. I'm thinking Killian Dane here. Carrion Cross. Why can't we just call him Killer Cross? We had a nice Killer Cross.
Probably. I think that's the word that.
Yeah,
that's the word.
We're just gonna go Killer. We had a nice Killer Cross and Scarlet video package here using the "End Is Here" theme from Armageddon from back in the day. I love this. I'm like, yes, this works. Like, I thought it was great. No problem with what they're doing with Killer Cross and Scarlet.
I don't have a problem with that.
And you know what? Guy's talented. She's talented. She's extremely talented. Okay, she's not just another blonde on the roster.
But I will say this.
Yeah.
We've seen this formula before. It was like this really talented male wrestler and then blonde girl.
Yeah.
And sometimes the blonde girl outdoes the male wrestler. It's giving me Mark Merrow and Sable. And I really hope that Killer Cross doesn't get put in that predicament.
Okay.
The difference between Scarlet and Sable is that by a pinch, Scarlet's the better wrestler. But
by a pinch? Have you seen Scarlet's indie work?
Yeah, I have. By an inch.
Yo,
sir,
did somebody put something in your drink tonight? Like, oh man.
The only thing that's in my cup is wine, and I'm great.
Right.
Maybe I need to see more. I've seen a couple of bits of Scarlet. I was about to say Charlotte. Either way, blonde, annoying. But I don't want that to lead there because I've seen this before.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, talented guy. I don't want to say maybe not in Scarlett's case, less talented. I'm not gonna say in Scarlett's case because Sable didn't want to bump. But anyway,
yeah, we
have two talented people, and sometimes somebody has to be the Marty Jannetty, and I really hope that they're both able to be great together and be great separate. I don't want one to outshine the other. I want them both to be able to be like, we're both here.
Yeah.
boom, you're gonna get our attention.
Um, I so I saw Scarlett's work in Impact. Okay, I saw Killer Cross's work in Impact.
You watch Impact?
I do actually. I'll
I'd rather eat my leather jacket that's
I'll
upstairs.
state right here, Impact, especially over the last year and a half or so, it's a good show. Okay, it's a good show. They just nobody cares about it. Nobody watches it, and nobody really talks about it. I don't watch consistently every week, but like if I have some free time, I'll sit here and I'll like catch up on Impact. You know, I'm pretty up to date on what's going on right now. I know the storylines that's going on. And I know most of the stuff is like on pause right now because of the the stuff that's going on in the world.
Mhm.
But yeah, I saw her work there, and I was like, yes, this woman gets it. Right. As far as Killer Cross is concerned, I thought he was good in Impact. I didn't think he was like amazing, but I feel like the presentation that they're giving us with Cross now, I feel like he could be a top star. I feel like he has
Yeah.
everything now that's working in his favor to be a top star. So I'm interested. That plain and simple, I'm interested. Um,
Okay.
so we had an In Your House announcement. Okay, cool. NXT In
Okay.
Your House.
So
From DX, by the way.
okay. So this whole thing of living in the past has been really getting old to me.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why WWE will always fail because they always live in the past. I'm okay with the in your house concept.
Okay.
Is I trust it coming from the NXT brand.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because of who's running the NXT brand.
Right.
For the most part, Triple H gets wrestling, gets the wrestling business. Um, I know that we're going to get good matches for the most part, and not some stupid BS
Right.
like the simultaneous Money in the Bank matches. Um, I think I'm gonna give this a chance because I really, I was able to, watch WWE Network for $9.99 plus tax, depending on where you are, and watch the In Your House pay-per-views, and they weren't terrible.
No, not all
They
of them.
and the NXT Takeover In Your House. You know what? I'll give that a chance. I'm didn't really care about the whole full DX thing.
Yeah.
We could have just had Triple H with that. Um, Sorry, you guys. I'm kind of tired of seeing Shawn Michaels.
But it
Um,
makes sense. He works down there.
I'm also tired of seeing Road Dogg. I don't really care for Road Dogg. If it's not the full DX, and when I mean full DX, that includes the late great ninth one of the World China.
Well, I mean,
I
yeah.
don't. I mean, clearly,
Yeah.
but I Triple H could have just cut a promo like announcing in your house. I didn't need the whole DX
I
thing.
mean, he could have, but we got DX. All right. So, we have Finn Balor versus Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes gets a win over Finn Balor after Damian Priest comes out there and costs Finn Balor the match and reveals that he's the one. It was me, Austin. It was Damian Priest all along that attacked Finn Balor a few weeks ago. Okay, cool. All right, cool, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but like I don't have a problem with it. Okay, whatever. Like,
Okay.
yeah. Jack Gallagher got a win over Isaiah Swerve Scott. Cruiserweight tournament. Swerve, bro. After Isaiah basically buried Jack Gallagher and Tony Nese. Tony Nese ran in and attacked him before the match, and he put up a fight, but it wasn't enough. Kaden Carter got a win over Aaliyah. Now I was kind of surprised because I thought that Aaliyah, you know, joining up with the Robert Stone brand, right, was gonna get a win here, but no, Aaliyah's still a loser. Of course, not the late great Aaliyah that that passed.
I think that they're gonna build. I think they're gonna build her with these losses.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I hated that attire, but I see that they're gonna do something with her to be on a Robert Stone brand, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that
Me too.
because she's been in development. I mean, she's been there for
Forever.
years and didn't really get her chance.
Forever.
So I think this will be it for her. Oh, not it, but I'm just saying this will be her chance.
Yeah. Nah, I'm sorry. She's been there forever.
It's been there forever.
Like literally, people. Again, guys, please stop joking about her getting fired because that wouldn't be cool. But there are a lot of people that like every time somebody gets released, they're like, "How does Aaliyah still have a job?" I'll tell you why. Right. One, you need people that's gonna go out there. I'm sorry, it's wrestling. You need people to go out there and build other talent. Right. You can't fire all your undercard talent. So somebody believes that Aaliyah has a place there at NXT. She has a reason to be there. So if she has a reason to be there, why? Like, I know it's funny, ha ha he he, until somebody actually gets fired. Okay, like,
and she's not bad. She isn't.
She's not. No, she's not.
She's not. And it's
she's
just
a solid worker for the most part.
Yeah, she's solid for the most part. But it's just like when you don't get chances, you're not gonna see them on TV. I mean, that's the problem with the Performance Center. They got too many bodies in there. They can't build. Like, if you can make tag teams or something, like, it's sure, but individuals, it's not gonna work. Yeah. So Leah, not Aaliyah, there's a difference.
Yeah,
but Leah, she's giving me Ariana Grande. She really looks like Ariana Grande, and she really does. But she's not terrible. I'm trying to figure out what happened with her and Vanessa Bourne.
I don't know. Is Vanessa injured or something? Or I don't know.
No, I honestly don't know. I know she's still signed to the company because she wasn't released with a whole bunch of people.
Right.
But I wonder what happened with that. It's a lot of plot holes. But with Caden Carter getting the win, sure.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
I like her, so it's hey.
All right, let's keep it moving. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Finish
no, I was gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, we had a dinner with the Gargano segment. Cool. Like, whatever.
I mean, hey, it's the same thing that we've been really seeing for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, fine.
I do like their heel work. And their heel work together.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna need mixed tag matches or something. I'm gonna need a lot more than just promos because both of them could go in the ring.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm gonna need more than that. I am. I want Johnny to challenge Killer Cross. I feel like if they're gonna do something, like if they're gonna build a new star, even if it acts maybe not at the expense of them, if they're gonna go that route, I want them to go that route.
Yeah.
Because I want Scarlett to wrestle. I don't want her to be just a valet because she's more than that.
Well, that was the problem she had in Impact.
Impact has many problems, but I want something more than just these random dinner side candlelight vigil ass promos. I'm gonna need more than that. I'm gonna need y'all to wrestle. I want y'all. I honestly think this is gonna lead him to being both champion at the same time. I really think I think me, King V, I think it's gonna lead to that, and it should.
Yeah. I think they're building up something with Keith Lee and Mia Yim. So we'll see what happens. Timothy Thatcher, Matt Riddle, they had a chain wrestling match, basically MMA style main event. I know most people didn't really like it. I enjoyed it. I'm a chain wrestling fan, so I enjoyed it. Matt Riddle got a quick win out of nowhere, and then Timothy Thatcher beat him up, and that was NXT. So what did you think overall? What's your
2 count.
2 count for NXT? Yeah. AEW got a 2 count. NXT gets a 2 count for me as well. Let's leave that up there. Not a bad show. It just, it was what it was, kind of. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, let's keep it moving here. SmackDown Live last night. So it opened with the Miz TV segment with Otis. What'd you think of that?
Tired of Otis next.
Tired of Otis next. Okay. I thought, fine. Okay, I'll give a little bit of detail here. I thought it was all right. I thought them bringing up Otis's, his disability as a child. I thought that was interesting that they mentioned that on television. Yeah, they mentioned.
Yeah, like I missed that because I clocked out.
Yeah, they mentioned that on television that he was a mentally disabled child. So.
I'm not gonna lie. Let me just go ahead and clarify that right now. I clocked out as soon as Otis's music hit, so yeah. I did not know.
Yeah.
So I completely
clocked out of it. Otis brought it up.
I completely clocked out of that segment.
Yeah,
I did. So, I really did. As soon as his music out, I was like, all right, I can't do this.
And to like Miz and Morrison's credit, yeah, they were okay. So like. They didn't make fun of his disability. They made fun of him.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
No, they didn't make fun of it. They totally like just let him say, his piece on that. But then, of course, they did, fat shame him like heels do, which it is what it is. It's 2020. I mean, you would think they wouldn't be doing that on television, but whatever. I mean, it's WWE.
McMahon.
Yeah, of course. I'm not surprised, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm like fake outraged. It is what it is. It's wrestling. So we had Elias get a win over Baron Corbin. Don't really care.
Didn't care about that.
Dana gets another win over Naomi.
All right. So this is where I can step in.
Okay.
I love Dana.
Yeah.
I've said it before on this show. I said it before on this very show, but not at the expense of Naomi. That how I feel about Naomi.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jimmy, Jay, whatever one you're married to.
I think it's Jimmy.
Y'all both look alike. But anyway.
They're twins. Really?
They're twins.
Really?
They're twins.
Oh my God.
But
You don't say me.
I didn't like this at the expense of Naomi. For my reasons, because I stand.
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of people talking. Do you think this is going to lead to a Naomi heel turn?
My pops actually brought that up. He thinks so. Yeah, it could be.
I think that it should. I don't know where she's going to go with the glow from there.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. There's a way that I guess instead of feel the glow, like steal the glow. I don't know, but I'm not a writer. But then again, I know wrestling better than the people who are actually writing it.
Agreed.
But I think this is gonna lead to a Naomi heel turn. I hope it does. Even though the heel, the feel the glow gimmick is over. Every time she comes out, she gets a pop. She does.
Yeah.
And
people like Naomi.
I think, how can you not? But I think that this will go in a different direction for her. I hope it goes in a different direction. I really hope she turns heel, honestly, because I think that the first feud after a certain blue-haired wonder wins the title at SummerSlam, that we all know is going to happen. A face Sasha versus a heel Naomi. Have we seen that? Or we've seen the opposite?
So. No, I don't believe so. I mean, when Sasha came in, she was a part of Team Bad, and then they didn't really do... Sasha was still technically heel until, she started going after Charlotte, but... I don't think we've seen it. If we have, it hasn't been a whole lot. we've seen Naomi as a heel before, right? And it didn't really work. So you guys want to turn her heel again? I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
See, I think with her being in the business just a little bit longer,
Yeah.
I think she has the ability to create a heel character. Now, Naomi, I haven't given up on. I believe that she's capable to create a heel character that could work,
Yeah.
but still have somehow something with glow in it. Because I think she talked about how she got it from The Last Dragon. There we go.
Right.
The Last Dragon. I think she can spin it if done well. If WWE lets her, I think she can spin it and be a heel. I want this to lead to a heel turn because I like aggressive Naomi.
Yeah.
I honestly do. And face Dana. I like face Dana.
Yeah.
I think face Dana versus heel Naomi is gonna be really, really good. And I think she tweeted something yesterday that kind of alluded that something might be coming.
Yeah.
So I didn't hate the match. I hated the result, but I didn't hate the match.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hate it either. It's kind of like whatever. I think it's just a match to kind of build up whatever's gonna happen with Naomi and whatever.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair shows up, NXT Women's Champion. She has a promo segment with Bayley and Sasha. Pretty interesting. What was that, V?
Speaking of shadows,
right. Pretty interesting segment here. Good promo by Charlotte. I like that Charlotte's bringing up everything that people hate about her now. Like she's using that in her promos. That the fact that she's a Flair and that she's blonde and that she's tall and all of that stuff. So I think it's
true,
right?
Because,
so it makes sense that she's using this in her heel promo. So I liked it. I like that she is furthering the suspicion that we're having about Sasha Banks and Bayley's friendship. There was a couple of times where Sasha wanted to talk and Bayley was like, would talk for her. So I like it. I am not in any rush for them to just, all right, Sasha Bayley. I like how they're doing it now. And yeah, I had no problem. I thought this was a great segment from all three of them. And yeah, we get Bayley versus Charlotte next week, so probably we get a continuation of whatever's going on with Sasha.
So I just want to say I cannot wait until Bayley turns on Sasha.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where it's like,
Sasha
all
turns on
right. Because
see?
there goes Bayley. There goes Bayley.
Yeah.
But I'm ignoring her call. But I just, I know that it's coming.
Yeah.
We all know that it's coming. And it's not happening. Like I said before, Sasha's winning at SummerSlam.
If SummerSlam even happens, well, it's going to happen, but I don't know how they're going to do it. But
I mean, the summer pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Sasha's going to leave champion. It's just, it is what it is. We know that's going to lead to that.
Yeah.
But, with Sasha trying to talk and Bayley kind of interrupting her, I see that instead of the Sasha turning on Bayley, like you've said this previously when we've spoken, that Bayley is going to turn on Sasha. And I didn't believe you at first. And then now I see it.
But I don't know now. It looks like Sasha's going to get so, like, fed up with Bayley that she just finally, like, snaps. Like, I don't know. They could go either way. They could still have Bayley. You know what? They may still have Bayley turn on Sasha because Sasha may, like, do something to cause Bayley to lose or something. Maybe not even the championship. It doesn't even have to be the championship. She could cause Bayley to lose a match and Bayley just, like, turns on her. I don't know. They could really go either way.
That's why I'm thinking that they're going, because we've seen Sasha turn on Bailey. We've seen heel
Yeah,
Sasha versus
yeah.
face Bailey. I want heel Bailey versus face Sasha, and I think that, too bad. Depending on what's happening, the SummerSlam was supposed to be in Boston,
Yeah, it was, but it's
and
not gonna happen now.
it's not happening.
Yeah.
But Sasha was gonna win at SummerSlam, and I think she should still win at the summertime pay per view,
Yeah.
whatever that's gonna be. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good match. They have great chemistry. That match in Brooklyn was fantastic. And I'm proud of seeing Charlotte every time I watch wrestling. So, yeah.
Okay, so we had Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan. Bryan advanced in the Intercontinental Championship tournament. Solid match between those two. You knew they was gonna
That
have
drag screw looked
crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, Bryan's one of the best wrestlers in the world. I mean, nobody could take that from him.
I agree.
Main event: Otis and Braun Strowman versus Miz and Morrison. I mean, pretty standard match here. I'll continue. Pretty standard match here. Braun and Otis get the win. No surprise. Braun does a caterpillar in the match. The Universal Champion is doing caterpillars in the middle, and not good either. In the middle of the ring during the match, where Morrison just has to stay there, laying down, selling like a dummy, while these two flop around like idiots and give him a.
I'd rather drink bleach than watch this main event.
We had a little tease, a slight little tease at the end of the show here. Mandy comes out there. I will, and this is gonna be one of the last things because we got to get out of here. Sorry, Jeff. But so I'll say this, right? While watching this, I saw Mandy come out there, and I'm like, okay, right, cool. Otis gets behind Braun, and I'm thinking, oh man, they're gonna have Mandy low bro Braun, and Otis is gonna win the briefcase. I mean, win the championship right here. I'm really thinking they had me for like a split second, can't even see it on camera. They had me for a split second. I'm like, yo, if they really have Mandy come in there and low blow Braun Strowman right now, and then like something like that happens, but it didn't happen. Otis was just playing, and SmackDown goes off the air with Mandy and Otis kissing, and that was SmackDown. So yeah. What do you give SmackDown?
2
count. So you give SmackDown the same rating as you give AEW and NXT?
Yep.
Man, I might have to change my rating for AEW, because I feel like I enjoyed it a little bit more than I enjoyed SmackDown.
No.
If we're being fair here, like, man, I want to give SmackDown a 2 count as well. So I think I will, but I think I'm gonna change my rating on AEW. I'll give them a near fall. I didn't think it was a 3 count, but it was a near fall for me. I thought, solid show. I thought AEW was probably the more entertaining show of the week, and that's kind of my take on SmackDown in this week in wrestling. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. We do got to get out of here. If you guys stayed this long, we really appreciate it. Make sure that you guys get at King V _ the ruler. You can add me at DJ Mike EQ on Twitter, and at Mike _EQ on Instagram. And make sure that you support Greg Cherry. Gotta get his gimmick up here. Give me 1 second. If he's still the Trivia Challenge champion as of last night, you guys got to check out his video to see if he retained his championship last night. Greg will be like an 800-day champion or something like that. I was thinking about challenging him. But then I'm like, every time I'm like, yo, I could give Greg a run for his money here. I see his trivia challenge, and I'm like, nah, I can't give Greg a run for his money here. So make sure that you follow Greg. Instagram.com/Greg Cherry Brand. YouTube.com/Greg Cherry Brand. make sure that you guys support his Teespring store, teespring.com/stores/Greg Cherry Brand. And make sure you guys support Jeff Meacham. teespring.com/stores/Jeff-Meacham-Network. And make sure you guys support NoDQ.com. That's all the time that we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Feel the glow.